Okay, Kowshick. Start whenever you wish, Kowshick. Yes.
Your Honor, may it please the court, I appear on behalf of the claimant, Mr. Joe Fernandez, who is the applicant for a summary judgment under CPR 24.2 2017. My colleague, Mr. Pratik, is representing the defendant, Mr. Avilov. Your Honor, may I ask if you have received the relevant document which is stated in my skeleton argument, paragraph 3.
Yes, thank you. I have them, thank you.
May I ask if you have had the opportunity to read them?
I have, thank you very much.
Your Honor, would you like me to go through the facts, please?
No, I'm familiar with the facts now, having heard them from Mr. Islam. I'd like to hear what you have to say in response. Thank you.
Your Honor, there are two issues in this case, which is stated in my skeleton argument 4.1 and 4.2. Whether the defendant, Mr. Gregor Avilov, took the claimant's suitcase, and second, whether the defendant suffered any loss or damage due to the loss of the suitcase.
Yes.
Now I would like to go to the skeleton argument 5, which are the grounds for summary judgment. According to CPR 24.2, the
Yes.
power of the court to make a summary order is now obtained in Part 24 of the Civil Procedure Rules, CPR 24.2, which provides two grounds. Where the judge summary judgment against a defendant on the whole of a claim or a particular issue if it considers that the defendant has no real prospect of successfully defending the claim, and secondly, there is no other compelling reason why the reason or issue should be disposed of at trial. In my skeleton argument, now I would like to move on to paragraph 6, whether the defendant has a real prospect of successfully defending the claim.
Yes.
In para 6.1 of my skeleton argument, the defendant has no real prospect of successfully defending the claim, as he had a guilty state of mind to cause harm to the claimant by taking his luggage to prevent claimant from winning the competition.
Why do you say he had a, how do you word it, a guilty state of mind? Why do you say that?
Your Honor, may I please take you to the claimant's witness statement, para 4, please?
Yes.
Here we can see in para 4 where the claimant recalls that, which is here it states that I recall particularly a nasty sneer that Gregor gave me as he saw me put my luggage through the metal detector.
A nasty what?
A nasty sneer.
What's that?
A look. Because clearly the defendant didn't like the claimant.
Why do you say that he didn't like him? Because he gave him a nasty sneer, a nasty look.
May I please refer you to the
Take your time.
Paragraph 2 of the defendant witness statement, which can be found in page 19.
Yes. What do you say about that?
Where it says that although it is a bit of a joke that Joe was selected, here independent witness statement para 2.
Yes.
So from this comment, we can infer that he really didn't like him because he thought it was a joke for the claimant to be selected for this competition.
I see. Yes, I have your point. Would you like to move on, please, Mr.
Yes.
Nahian? Thank you.
Now, I would like to move on to para 6.2, where the claimant is convinced that he stole his suitcase and ruined his chance of winning the competition, as the defendant is aware that the suitcase belongs to the claimant. May I please refer you to the claimant's witness statement, paragraph 17 and para 7 of the
Yes.
claimant's witness statement.
Thank you.
Here in the claimant's witness statement, it is clear that Gregor and his team had been waiting at the same cursor and they knew each other from before. And moreover, it is written in claimant's suitcase which says Imagine Hair Studio suitcase. And in para 17 of the claimant's witness statement, which says that we left for the competition. He wrote me a nasty letter which I kept and produced as my exhibit JF4.
Yes.
The defendant wrote a nasty letter to the claimant, which also shows that he has grudge against him and he had the intention to.
But wasn't this a competition? Competition means that those who take part are competitive. Everybody wants to win. They all had a clear motive. And there were at least 40, if not more, from recollection, other competitors that clearly had a motive and could have tampered with his bag.
Your Honor, there must be competitor, but they are not enemies. But the way the defendant acted is as an enemy, not as a competitor who would play fairly in the competition and let the judge decide who is the winner.
Yes, thank you.
And also, I would like to refer you to the skeleton argument 6.2b, where the defendant was clearly avoiding and hiding from the claimant, which can be found in paragraph 11 of the claimant's witness statement. Also, the bag was returned anonymously, which says bag taken in error, which can also be seen in paragraph 13 of the claimant's witness statement. And given that the defendant was the only English competitor, which can be found in paragraph 2 of the defendant witness statement, it is highly likely that he has taken it.
Yeah. Let's see where we are with this. Keep going.
Also, there is a small portion of emblem that remained in exhibit JF1.
Yes.
And also the home logo of the Ca Maria Adelaide, which is in exhibit JF2, which is similar to the logo of the defendant were staying. And the letter written by the defendant gives a strong suspicion of his intention, and the clash D has against C's family, which can be found in paragraph 17 of claimant's witness statement. It's clear.
Okay, let's stop it there. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let me give you some feedback. Kowshick. Right, and then we've got one more to do, so I've got to crack on. Not a bad effort as far as your structure was concerned. It's quite easy to follow. You cross-referenced in bold. I liked it. The intro in your Scully was good. The background facts also. You must have some authorities though.
Yeah, I had, which is Terence Paul Swine.
Yeah, what I want you to do is you must have this week, okay, it's a nice Skelly. You've got lots of relevant documents that you're relying upon, but you need to, as I said to Pratik, you need to actually rely upon authorities. You must. So many of them. You know, this is a summary judgment. There's so much authority on summary judgment to assist you. You've got to be selective. I want authorities relied upon, the authority full citation, ratio -i in the skeleton argument, and you serve it upon the court for next week's formative, okay, in a bundle, in a tabulated bundle. Absolutely must do that, all right? The content, well, I thought let me see again, sorry, the test is right, the issue is correct. I thought you knew, clearly it was quite analytical, I thought, because you knew the facts very well and you demonstrated that you knew the facts and you knew how to navigate through the papers when you were relying upon it to support your submission. So that's good. I thought you signposted well and you navigated very well. It wasn't a script, it didn't feel like that. Pace and volume's fine. Projection's good. Your eyes overall were quite well balanced. There was clarity, there was precision, and you did also vary your tone well. State of mind question, you took the judge to two witness statements, two sections of it in order to support your answer, was good. The other competitors, I wasn't convinced as to your answer, but certainly you showed and demonstrated belief. As far as your persuasion is concerned, you were clearly persuasive, and you were at your most persuasive when you responded to judicial intervention. It's always the case. If you are going to do well in this particular assessment and well in advocacy as far as civil applications or any applications are concerned, whenever a judge asks the question, that's the opportunity to seize. And that's when your persuasive element will rise. And it did. And you did very well. So apart from the fact that I want authorities, please, because there's plenty, that wasn't bad at all. It was good.
So I should put cases in the skeleton argument.
Absolutely, yeah. Authorities relied upon. Well, I mean, I wouldn't have, you know, I always say anything between 3 and 5. You've got to serve them, remember. Always choose the strongest on that particular point. Depends what points you're making. But there's plenty for summary judgments. You know, you can't not do it. You will lose huge amounts of marks. It could even be the difference between pass and fail. And your application was good today. The skeleton was good. You just got to find the authorities. There's plenty and plenty and plenty. On the law, you can go to Clarkson Lindsell, you'll find some. On the application itself, white book, sign, plenty. You've got to read them, decide which one do I want to utilize to support my application, cite them. All right? Do you have a USB stick?
Yes.
Thank you.